Prepárate. Let me see you jump. Prepárate. Get ready. Get. Brilla. Ahí va allá. Todo el mundo. Let me see you jump.
Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be recreating one of my favorite restaurant meals for only a fraction of the cost. Many of you already know I work a full-time job outside of my YouTube channel. Because of this, I frequently film whatever it is I'm in the mood to eat. And this week, I'm craving cheese enchiladas from Picante Martin's, a local Mexican restaurant here in Irvine, California. Usually, a couple times a month, I like to surprise my family by ordering takeout, and this is one of their favorite meals. For the past few weeks, I've been worried that I'm going to get laid off at my job. The company I work for has already laid off about a third of the company, so I'd like to tighten my budget even more than I already have it. Learning to make this dish at home will enable me to provide my family with a nice meal a couple times a month without spending all the money that I used to spend on takeout. I'm headed to Winco to see just how inexpensive I can make this meal. While I'm here, I'll go ahead and stock up on anything that I find that's an especially good deal. I think that we can make some really fun things in future videos with this corn muffin mix. I know from my last $1 a day video that tortillas are 3 cents each at Aldi. These are actually 0.036, which isn't a bad deal. I might just go ahead and get these. And it looks like all of the cheeses were about $1.98, so I just decided to go ahead and go with the Kraft brand. When I first thought about making this dish, I realized how inexpensively I could make this, especially making 3 varieties. I'm going to be making bean enchiladas, which will be, of course, the cheapest, with rice, and then I'll be making cheese enchiladas, just recreating that dish that I like so much from the restaurant, and then I'll also be making chicken enchiladas for my oldest son, because he really likes that, and I'll give you the 3 costs for those dishes, and we'll see which ones turn out the best. I'm super excited to try this. It doesn't look like much, but I really think it's going to be delicious. The beans and the rice are very filling. I think that we're going to get a lot of bang for the buck there. I put the garlic powder out there, but I actually didn't end up using it. I just ended up using the chili powder. I have been wanting to make rice with the tomato chicken bouillon since I got it. If you remember, I talked in my other video about that. So now is an opportunity to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and get started by making these beans. I haven't had time to soak these overnight, so I'm just going to cook them as is. And yes, I did wash them first. This was a fun family night for us because my son ended up making some authentic enchilada sauce that he made with some guajillo chilies and some onion and garlic. We just wanted to see what the difference would be between that and also the low-cost alternative that I was making. And this is how my rice turned out. I was really happy with the texture and the flavor. I just wanted a mild rice to go with the enchiladas. My son ended up making a more authentic rice dish with a fresh onion, garlic, and tomato paste. And I didn't get a shot of it, but I will talk about the differences on what we liked better at the end of the video. I don't think I need to do anything special to the beans here because they taste perfect just as they are. I'll just go ahead and add a little bit of salt, and I've reserved that delicious bean liquid just in case I need to add some back in. We ended up having enchiladas several nights during the week. My son and I had a lot of fun playing around with the enchilada sauce, tweaking it a bit to getting it to the right taste and consistency that we wanted. This was the first batch of enchilada sauce that I made, and it was fairly thick. I think it was a little bit too thick, but the flavor, I really liked it. It was very good. But that was the one that I made to use the first enchiladas that I made. I will say this is definitely the messiest meal that I've ever made. Normally when I do my enchiladas, I just make kind of a version with the canned sauce, and I don't fry the shells in the enchilada sauce. But I wanted to this time just to see how it would turn out. I know that's originally how cheese enchiladas are made, so I thought I would go ahead and try it. But like I said, it was definitely very, very messy. This meal was so delicious. I cannot believe we made this with just our basic pantry staples. It turned out amazing. If you've never tried to make enchilada sauce with chili powder before, I definitely recommend giving it a try. Now, if you want to use, chicken broth or a vegetable broth instead of using the bouillon, you can definitely do that. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you'll probably end up with a lot less sodium. I wanted to show you these pans. I can't remember if I got them at Dollar Tree or if I got them at Walmart, but they really ended up being perfect for enchiladas because you can put them in the fridge and then just pop them in the toaster oven to warm them up. Now for this next meal, I'm making bean enchiladas, and I wanted to let my viewers know that this will be perfect for people with aphasia or anybody that needs to eat soft foods. I have eaten quite a few bean enchiladas, but normally I add some cottage cheese with them. So this is the first time that I tried them this way, and I have to say I absolutely love them. I thought they were delicious. Normally I put a little bit of lettuce on top just because I like that textural balance, but this was really good as is. I went ahead and used some parsley flakes just to kind of spruce up the plate a little bit. It didn't really add any flavor. And even though the cheese enchiladas were my favorite, I would definitely eat this meal again. My oldest son likes chicken enchiladas, so I thought it would be nice to try to use this chicken breast that I picked up at Winco on sale for $1.88 and see if I could make a couple of enchiladas with this. My family and I tried several variations of this enchilada sauce. If you'll remember earlier in the video, I told you that my son made an authentic sauce with whole guajillo chilies. However, I do have to say that I liked my enchilada sauce much better than his. I do prefer a mild sauce. You might prefer more chilies in your sauce for a stronger flavor, but that's just me. And the nice thing about this is that you can always make it to suit your taste. My son also did make an authentic rice dish with an onion, garlic, and tomato paste, and I do have to say that I liked his rice better than mine. However, mine was still delicious and worked perfectly well with the enchiladas, and it doesn't get any easier than using the bouillon powder with the rice cooker. That's it, guys. Let me know if you like this kind of video or if you have any ideas for a great low budget meal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.